Hello, hello. Welcome, ZSR, to the A Link to the Past All Dungeons RMG. I'm sorry, I have my kid's right behind me, and so I'm like trying to talk. But we're gonna get started right just this second. But we have Anders and Mcos are on comms, and they can take it away.
Hello, hello, hello. We've got Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past All Dungeons RMG semifinals winner bracket match between daotmb and Andy.
And I'm on Titans.
And Delilah introduced you. I'm sorry.
I know. I just wanted to interrupt you and just make myself known.
I was gonna ask how your
I'm
day
so
was.
sorry.
No, you did everything right. Everyone did. I'm just annoying.
That's
How's
fine.
your day been today, Anders?
It's been okay.
It's been pretty...
How's yours?
Heck yeah. Yeah, Makosler, how's your day been?
Pretty good. Didn't really wake up until like 10, which is pretty late for me. I'm usually a pretty early riser. So, but yeah, we've got a great match coming today between Dow and Andy.
Yeah, Dow, a very skilled player in just about every Link to the Past category he has run, with some top times. Andy, a very prolific rando runner, as well as some other non-rando categories. So this should be a really fun one.
Rando first. You're prominent rando runner who dabbled. He's got a little bit of a history in the game, you know. But you know,
affectionately has been called that Zelda guy with the pugs in the past.
Yeah. As far as how we got here, both obviously we're winners brackets, so both of our runners have gotten through undefeated so far. Andy going through Link Orange, our buddy Greenham, and I would consider it an upset over Doomtap.
I don't know if it is an upset over Doomtap when Doomtap failed Skullwood's bomb jump twice in a row.
I mean, did you not see the Airy Bwain match? Airy couldn't get Kiki skip, and Airy is the former world record holder. I guess both Bwain was
so
also
is Bwain.
world record holder, but Airy currently 4 seconds better than Bwain, so therefore light years ahead of him. Looks like we do have our runners starting off right now. Beginning of the game. Ooh, we get
start off with a map. We got
early map from Dow. Just making sure everyone knows where we are, what we're doing.
Are in
Hyrule. Yep. And we do get to see the very rare darkened map because we are in the rain state, so we got that nice darkened sky. Anyways, I was talking about how we got here. Andy with a upset over Doom. Dow as well took his path, beating ACM LM in the first round, beating up on another, I would say, prolific rando runner, more of a SMZ3 runner, Ase, in round 2, and then taking out the actual current world record holder, the only runner currently with a 109, Zelda, last round to face up against Andy. So we've got I would say, if you looked at the predictions, which you can if you ever look at the challenge bracket, I would say not many people had this particular match going up, but that does not mean that this isn't going to be anything but an exciting, incredible match from both of our runners.
Yeah, it's going to be a really fun one. Whoever wins this will go on to the next round of the winners bracket. Whoever does not will go down to the losers bracket and have the opportunity to push their way into the finals. So it's going to be really fun.
Yep, winner of this will face Bwain, who, as we sort of glossed over, beat up beat up on Airy
Airy.
yesterday. Yeah. I was looking at something else. The loser of this match would face up against the winner of the Casnode Louis match.
Which is later tonight.
Yep, later tonight. Still don't know who exactly they're facing up, but both of those runners are fantastic runners. Been with the scene for a while, and Louis Godgamer, most notably known for his Super Mario experience. Looking like both of our runners having a very simple and easy ball and chain guard. Other thing that we're going to be looking at when we're doing this run, chest turns. We see a fake chest turn coming from Dao. I see the difference. I see the difference now.
We're watching you.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to also take this opportunity to shout out if Sola El Wali from the Bon Appetit Test Kitchen happens to be in our audience today. Coastler's DMs are wide open.
Absolutely adorable.
It's okay that you have a husband.
I would love to make some doses with you. It was a fantastic. Both of our runners doing pretty well in this escape segment, outside of the unfortunate pause to look at the map from Dao. Everyone seems to be doing fine.
Yeah, so we meme a little bit in these first two splits because they are very standard. Oh, and I'm already a meme of a human, but I'm doing my best, okay? You know.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
We're pretty far into the tournament, so there's sort of an expectation that if you're watching, you've probably seen some of this stuff. There's some, but even if this were more of a hey, we're going to talk about everything at the beginning, there really isn't much to talk about in Escape itself. It's really just very minor movement optimization. We can talk a little bit about that snake room. Andy had to do a couple slashes because he had an annoying pattern there, while Dao had a pretty easy walk around.
That's Zelda, the hero of the story. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. Lord knows, if I don't know it, I'll make up an answer. Why is Doomtap's screen so big?
Yep. Apple farmer.
Do apple farmers wear jorts?
Yes. It's actually a requirement.
Huh. Kelsey, there's still room.
We still got a couple matches coming in at the end. And yes, you did the very opening match, I believe. Looks like both of our runners getting through Escape fairly well. Andy with a 5:52, Dao 3 seconds behind with a 5:55. Minor difference compared to what you'd see if you're a little more familiar with RMG. We get the save and quit right after here. We're also not going to pick up this Sanctuary Heart because we'd rather pick it up later. I believe both of our runners are going to be going for Citrus. So I
believe so. I believe they both did in their last matches. Yeah, so the All Dungeons Restricted Major Glitches tournament, we do all the dungeons, keep them mostly intact, and we do them with a Restricted Major Glitches rule set, which kind of just allows us to do... Ooh, Dao not doing the Citrus. A Restricted Major Glitches rule set, which allows us to have some of the fun of some of those cooler glitches, but without breaking the game too much.
And
getting bullied by that little hockey boy.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, apart from Citrus being faster, obviously if you can do it well, you also have very little chance of taking any additional damage while you're doing citrus. There's really only one guy anyway. Andy showing us that the cannonball room here, not absolutely free. But yeah, so in addition to the time lost from taking the walk, Dao is also now going to at least have to pick up 1 heart in order to be able to do the big key damage boost a little later on in the dungeon. Yes, and Kelsey pointing out RMG restricted major glitches, not the full repertoire of glitches that we have in this game. We allowed everything to happen. There is a category called that that allows all glitches, all dungeons unrestricted, or all bosses unrestricted, however you want to describe it. It's a very different looking category, and it's a very interesting category. But this is sort of more for you want to dip your toe into the world of major glitches, but not necessarily go all out. Are going to be seeing the big key damage boost there from Andy. Didn't get a great...
no, took an extra half heart of damage there.
Additionally, didn't get a great damage boost off of the fairy like we saw on Dao. Dao stayed up at the upper half, so he's much closer to the stairs, gaining a very slight bit of time. Though overall, Andy is still gaining way more time over Dao in this segment because of doing citrus.
Now the night is young.
Both runners are at a single heart. Usually from this point, it's pretty free, but there are situations, there are enemies that can do a full heart of damage to you in this area, so you do need to be a little cautious. Ideally, if you took no damage other than the intentional damage, you'd be at 1.5 heart, and it leaves you in a little bit better situation. Very nice ZGR room from Andy. Pretty good RNG for ZGR. Dao also with pretty good RNG. Seeing our first quick kill of the run from Andy's side, doing the old...
Armos Nights is a scripted fight. Today is National Cherry Cobbler Day, thank you very much.
Ooh, cherry cobbler. I don't have any cherries.
Also, and Coastler, you may want to plug your ears for this, but it is World Bread Making Day.
Oh my god. I was thinking about doing another attempt. Ooh, I need to check my mailbox. I should have gotten a package of actual commercial yeast in, so maybe there'll be less bread making failures in the future.
One can hope.
Yep, absolutely.
So now we will be getting the boots from so that we can go fast.
Speedy, zoomy, boy. So you're gonna see, Andy's probably the only one in the tournament that does this. Andy does not go and get these bombs, because Andy is a 1-frame buffer master. And so he's gonna be just doing the old 1-frame buffer sword clip to do this Kiki skip, while basically the rest of our runners are gonna be doing the bomb clip through here. And he's going to save a little bit of time. Most of the time save is entirely just skipping, having to pick up these bombs. And obviously it depends on if Andy gets it first try or not. If he has to take a little while, that could definitely eat into his lead. A GoldenEye dungeon? Isn't surface on the surface? Doesn't a dungeon have to be underground? Anders, classification of dungeons. Do they have to be underground?
Do you count Tower of Hera a dungeon?
Okay, see, I think of dungeons as like
Like a sex dungeon, that does have to be underground, yes.
yes, exactly. That's exactly what I was gonna say. See, FSG gets me. Andy with a very, very good sword clip key skip, showing it off once again. We're going to be seeing Dao do the other version. Here he plants the bomb, uses the bomb to push him into the right position, and then makes his way down through.
Very beautiful. Almost as beautiful as Sola Wally.
I know. Hey, I said she was adorable.
Your term was adorable, which
Exactly.
is a little odd for, you know, a 30s-ish person.
Is pot prison a dungeon? Oh god, we've got everybody on the definition of dungeon now. Speaking of dungeons, we are in Palace of Darkness, the first Dark World dungeon of Link to the Past. Part of all dungeons, part of the all dungeons glitch categories is we don't necessarily do them in the order as expected. Technically, we don't do NMG in the order that the game expects, but at least we do all the Light World dungeons first before we do the Dark World dungeons. Here, it's going to be a little different. Chat is out of control.
Yep. As per usual.
Seeing Annie doing the hammer yump gets... Oh! Okay, I think he should be fine.
Sweats.
Yeah,
Yep, we got it.
big sweats. He is going to be down a bomb because he accidentally lose one.
Dao's looking perfect on that.
Mm-hmm. That was a very nice hammer yump. Both of our runners doing the optimal thing of picking up the key second time around.
Looks like both are going to be going in to our turtley rooms with full health.
We'll see. I've seen a lot of times people bonk when setting up that dash there.
Yeah.
And Turtle Party. I guess you're counting Turtle Party as the turtley room.
Yeah. It's not always a party.
Oh, well, I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but that's still annoying.
Dow still had the full health, but yeah. Part of the reason why a lot of people kill the frame roll. Part of the reason why a lot of people kill the red guy first is for that very reason. If you're looking for drops, arrow drop, heart drop, something like that. A little party-ish from Andy. Ooh, nice dodge.
Saved it at the very end there.
Dow with a much, much cleaner turtle room.
Meanwhile, Andy going against Helmasaur. Stressing me out, but, you know.
Seeing Andy with the no sword out first phase. Everyone does the sword out second phase. Taking a hit.
Assuming that Andy's in chat, he got it.
Here's Dow showing us the sword out version. Very slightly slower, but much, in my opinion, much easier to handle. Ooh, Dao with some unfortunate RNG. Though picks a great spot to hide for that second round. He could have taken one more hit and still been fine, but it would have been put him into the sweats position, and it would have been really rough. Put him into the sweats position. That's a phrase that I am patenting today. Looking like both of our runners are in a crystal cutscene at the same time. Dao ended up losing a couple seconds to Andy on the Helma fight.
But Andy lost a little bit on that turtle room and having to get back for that swag room.
Yep, very true. So we're going to be able to see in just a moment just what the gap is between our two runners. Andy sword up at 18:09, Dao with a sword up at 18:32, so 23 seconds between both of our runners.
Congratulations on math.
I know. Oh no! Oh, friggin'... God. I was trying to think of a hockey goalie. Marc-Andre Fleury, is that a hockey goalie? Please drag me in chat if I'm incorrect.
Can we drag you either way?
Absolutely. In our tile room at the moment. Would love if somebody found a way to skip this room so that we don't have to do it. Oh, I mean, technically no ways to skip it, but a way to do it that is within our RMG constraints.
Very much would be nice.
Neither of our runners showing off the hottest tech in that room, the hot spin speed.
Alright, Andy gonna be setting up for this bomb jump to get that Mooney Pearl.
Very nice quick turn there from Andy. Not even having to worry about setting up a spin or anything like that. I don't believe Dao is an early bomb jump kind of guy.
No, he's not. It's not for this one, at least.
There we're seeing the spin setup. Because you're limited by how long it takes for the bomb to explode, those two setups, the spin and drop,
very clean old arm fight,
are pretty much tied. Yeah, it's a very clean Molder fight from Andy. On his tail, but there we go.
Also
very nice
nice,
dodge.
honestly.
So, Andy with a 21:30 sword up. Dao with a 21:53. So, basically the exact same time difference between our two runners. Hera, Thieves Town. There's a couple things in Thieves Town, mostly Hellway related that can really allow one of our runners to gain or lose time. But it's going to be pretty dependent on just a high execution from our runners. If both of them do well, there's not really going to be that many opportunities for a change. I guess you can say that in literally every situation. If both of our runners do well, then there's not going to be a lead change. So my profound statement was actually idiotic. Ooh, Andy taking a smack.
We are nearing trivia time as well, as soon as our first runner picks up the maiden from jail.
Alright, so we are in Hellway.
How the Hellway goes, yeah.
Oop, a little wiggle, and he didn't get the God Pixel, so he correctly decided to bail out right before he got to that middle spike.
You know who would always get the God Pixel?
No, please enlighten.
Solo Lolly.
Hmm.
Ooh, Dow getting a little bully there.
Yeah. Dow unfortunately had the RNG where the middle Patrick Star, the very first one that you see, went straight down. So we ended up, he couldn't even if he tried to go and get the God Pixel, he couldn't have even done it. So he would have just got knocked out of his dash. Making our way to that maiden, and we're just about ready for Anders' one and only trivia question. Anders, let's hear it.
Thank you. So I will read the question twice, and you have until the first runner gets a sword up from the boss of this dungeon. To commemorate the release of Twilight Princess HD, what app represented Link as an icon to represent the user's position? To commemorate the release of Twilight Princess HD, what app represented Link as an icon to represent the user's position? You have until sword up. Never mind, Koretsu got it. It is Google Maps.
Very, very good. It's kind of hard. I feel like that's the only one of the few. Let's see, Twilight Princess 8. Oh, Twilight Princess HD. See, I was thinking in my head, I was thinking just Twilight Princess, which at that point, there like wouldn't have been that many map apps out there other than Google Maps. HD, yep. Looking at our fight for blind. Anders, there's something interesting about this fight. Do you know what it is?
I've heard that it's a scripted fight.
It's a scripted fight, and the Dow got slightly off script at the very end there, but considering it was phase 3, you can just sort of catch back up and kill blind before things get out of control. Both our runners having a pretty good Thieves Town. I don't believe Dow was able to make up much time at all here.
No, this was a very nice Thieves Town on both ends. It didn't really give or take anything from my angle.
Looks like it might have actually took
from
Dow. Yeah. Dow now working on a 30-second deficit to Andy. Still anyone's game. There are plenty of opportunities for Dow to gain time, for Andy to screw up. I wasn't really paying attention to what Andy did. It looked like he was doing frog door.
He is.
Yes, he was.
Jeez, pay attention, Kostler.
I'm trying.
I'm supposed to be the personality here. You're the one who's supposed to be doing all the, like, technical stuff.
Okay, I see how it is. Seeing Dao not doing the frog door.
See, there you go. Now you're paying attention.
Jeez. Okay, I see how it is. I'm just the cold, calculated robot. And Anders brings all the flair. Gotcha.
I'm a robot.
A robot. The whole reason pointing out the frog door thing, it's really about a 20 frame time difference between the two of them. Frog door does have a very minor opportunity to for you to hard lock to soft lock, and then that could turn into a hard lock if you're not really paying attention. And that's actually plagued several runners in the I don't believe we've seen any in the bracket stage. I think everyone has figured out whether they want to try it, or if they do try it, they figured out how to fix it if things go wrong. But we saw like 3 or 4 people hard lock in the what do you call the thing before the brackets? Group stage. There we go. See a fin stash from Andy. We're gonna see if Dao gets his fin stash. Yeah, no, he wasn't gonna get it.
Out.
And not doing the honorable thing and just running into it, deciding to bail out. I believe we have been entirely Dao having a lot of trouble with those spears. Andy getting bullied. I believe what I was going to say is I believe we haven't seen a single chest turn from either of our runners. Down with a much cleaner big key room than Andy. So a little bit of time saved there, but obviously losing a whole fin stash worth of time in this segment can be kind of hard to come back from. Clean Jenny on the block from Andy. Very nice. Mummy Hellway. On our way to one of the more annoying bosses in the game. Ooh. Didn't get both hits off the spike.
Actually, no, yeah, I think Moth is probably my least favorite.
Yeah, you can just be so annoying. Did see a double hit right off the bat from Andy, but got a couple of annoying reflections off of those spikes that negated the damage that he was going to be doing. So looking like an 8 out of 10 if we're looking at the spikes. But it had a really good opportunity to be a very, very good fight. Dao with a lot worse pattern from Moth.
Freaking bug.
Hanging out at the very top. When Moth is way up at the top like that, it's really hard to deal damage. There's a strategy of using poke dashes, because poke dashes don't launch Moth nearly as much, so you have sometimes it can do something. I don't know, considering where that moth was, it was like literally right up against there. I don't know if poke dashes would have even mattered. But yeah. I would say Andy extending his lead, but we'll be able to verify that in a moment. Really only ended up gaining like a second or so. So, not as much as I thought. Gonna be seeing our runners getting their Unitaskers, the Ether Medallion, and... Ooh, unfortunate
Andy.
from Andy.
Yikes.
Oh, and then he didn't walk
no.
far enough. Ooh. So what he was attempting to do was he was trying to scroll the screen over long enough so that would despawn the dead rock, at which point he could try again to get by it. But he didn't go far enough away, and he basically just figured at the end of that, might as well just wait it out. Dao, with a much nicer pattern from the dead rocks there, though, did get blocked a little bit by that dead rock, and a failed spin speed. If you're very fast, and you have great reaction time to it, the proper strat, as been pointed out by FSG in the chat, is to do a clip to get around those guys. Me personally, I don't think I've ever done a clip there that's been fast enough that it's really been faster than just running off screen or waiting out the dead rock. But if you're very good at clipping, it's technically faster there. We're seeing Andy getting smacked by one of those bombers there. Andy on the Church of Blaine, who down to one hit. He can't take a single hit of damage from any of these bombers, or he is donezo. And that would actually would have put Dao in the lead.
Stress.
Dao showing us the other strat, or one of the other strats for the screen, doing a bomb clip over the side here. So Dao gaining quite a significant amount of time over Andy on that room. We are almost screen for screen again.
As long as he can clip, there we go. No,
no, he was one pix too low, so he decided to pop out.
Saved it.
Yeah, a little unfortunate there for Dao. He had a good opportunity to gain a lot of time on Andy if he would have nailed that Fluteless Mire clip. Taking a little bit extra time, I do still believe that he saved time. And yes, he also did get the quick warp. But it could have been a massive chunk.
We are now in the gauntlet of just doing a ton of different dungeons all in a row, basically. So, see you on the other end. It's kind of how it feels.
Andy at 2 hearts. We're not really... This dungeon isn't really known to kill people, but at 2 hearts, there are some enemies that deal full heart of damage. So it could be in a little bit of a pickle for Andy. Dao sitting at 5 total hearts, much better. Yes, I did notice that Andy's dashing quite a lot in this dungeon. The room before the cannonball room, he dashed up, which is very weird. It would very be most unfortunate.
Boo!
Hey, Blame Master.
Boo!
Yeah, he dashed through the third Popo in that room. Are seeing Lammo's fight. Very nice
Good
patterns,
Lammo,
very
yeah.
easy fight. Though also with a very nice pattern from Lammo. So yeah, we can see here we're already Dao gained about half the time back in this segment alone. Desert is sneakily one of the hardest segments in this run. I say sneakily. If you've run the category, you know, run the category or watched a lot of this tournament, you know how hard Desert can be. But if you're just sort of thinking about it theoretically, it doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Does Dao do the Meyer bomb jump? I do not know. We will be able to see pretty soon, though.
Ooh, that bonk.
And he taking a bonk. Good 70 frames down the drain. Bonk.
That one Popo getting away. Or technically Ropa? Oh lord, I don't remember.
Those are the Popos. Ropas are the lotteries.
That's right, that's right, that's right.
So we're gonna see here. Ooh, Andy looking like he is setting up for the Meyer bomb
he did
jump.
it last time, so I'm assuming he'll try it this time too.
Cool deal. How we can tell is if so here we're seeing Dao not setting up for the bomb jump. If you get that key the first time through that room, then you're very likely not going to be doing the bomb jump. If you don't, because it's faster coming from the door that you'd be coming from if you do the bomb jump to get that key the second time around. Because you can do a damage boost off of the center shooter. Alright, so here we're gonna see Andy. Not doing the bonk setup, just doing the very nice bomb jump. Only 2 pause buffers for Andy. And here we're gonna see Dao go the opposite way. So you can see the difference. Andy already making his way back up to the torches up here. Dao still not quite there yet. Here we are seeing probably the wildest tricks that you see in this run. Well, one of the wildest tricks. I guess you could say like IP mirror wrap is pretty wild. Andy going for sword buffers. Ooh, kicks out. Kicks out again. Ooh. Andy having some issues here with this. It looks like he got it this time. Oh, he kicked out again.
Nope, popped out.
Dao right on his heels
Be a
now.
change. Yep.
Dao right there. They
This
are
is a-
screen for screen once again. So that just shows you one of the things about the sort of the bomb clips versus the sword clips. Theoretically, in practice, sword clips are faster. because you never have to wait for the bomb. But the sword clips are significantly more difficult than the bomb clips, and so we saw there Andy having to just keep retrying over and over on that sword clip, while Dao got his bomb clip first try. So
you're making a good point that Andy able to retain his health, allowing him to have a nicer 2 Mire 2 Furious. So Dao's wasn't anything to bat an eye at, really.
This pug eating beans. Ooh, we did see a hover from Andy. I wasn't even paying attention.
At this point, when Andy hovers, I'm like, okay. Yeah, he hovered.
Yeah. Only reason I knew was because I saw that he still has health. So he's actually going to save a little bit of time at the end.
That, refill, yeah.
Well, not even the refill on the Spooky 3, it would be Spooky 3 and RMG, because he gets to use the beams, so he doesn't have to pick up the pot instead. As long as he doesn't get hit at any point along the way here, he keeps the beams all the way to that point.
That's a good point. Kelsey reminding us that it's faster if it's a fast hover. Which may sound silly, but she's not wrong.
So here we're seeing Andy. Ooh, he didn't get his...
Oh, no.
He didn't get his dash turn up, so he's actually going to have to use... Ooh, and then he gets hit, so even that beam save down, and Dao
takes
in the lead. First time since that map at the very, very beginning of the run that Dao has been in the lead. Very good Vidi fight from Dao. Andy as well. Very nice Vidi fight. Doesn't even have to clean up with any arrows. So Andy's going to have a slightly better arrow situation. Arrows aren't really that big of a deal, but...
Really, it's all about the bombs, in my opinion, right now.
Yeah, at this point, yeah, there's plenty of spots to pick up arrows. Both of our runners... Dao will... Let's see. Dao will need to pick up 2 sets of arrows in Swamp, while Andy only needs 1. So because Dao went below 8, Dao does have to worry about it a little bit. But yeah, Dao in the lead. There's still quite a lot of game left. Quite a lot of difficult tricks that our runners are going to be having to be doing. Dao taking a little time here in this Fluteless Mire. Might just see the lead switch back again. Andy nailing that Fluteless Mire. Sorry, the Mire exit, not Fluteless Mire. Very quickly, so we are right on each other's heels.
I am stressed.
Dao did have the mirror, already have the mirror up, so Andy did have to lose just a little bit of time switching to the mirror. Andy looking like he's setting up for the anti-fairy skip, and he gets it. One to 2 seconds separating our runners as they enter Swamp. Ooh, unfortunate pattern there. And Andy in the lead ever so slightly.
Like a frame? Maybe 5 frames? This is just wild.
Andy looking a little more ahead than he actually is because he hadn't yet switched to the hookshot. There he goes. Coming up onto one of our newer clips in this category, though it's considering how long this tournament's gone, it's no longer quite as new. Oh, what a dodge! I thought Dow was gonna run right into that sparking Popo there. Ooh, Dow taking a bonk. Andy working on his diver down. Dow making a little mistake there, having to break it and plant another. Both runners not having the cleanest diver down, so really not much of a change between the two runners. Andy picking up this extra bomb. Don't necessarily feel like he needed it, especially because Andy does the sword
Ice clip, yeah.
Yeah, the ice rod clip. So he generally only needs to be at 4 bombs.
Very good swims from both of them there.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so this is going to be pretty big, depending on if our runners are able to get zero cycle. Looks like both of them do.
Of course they do. Of course. My heart can't take it.
Getting the palpitations.
Looks like Dow's slightly ahead.
Slightly ahead. Mm-hmm. Yeah. FSG pointing out that Argus has 3 different patterns or 3 different choices of movement whenever he decides to sort of chase after you. He has this short and slow, long and fast, in various things in between. And so because for Andy, all of his movements were long and slow, it just took longer for him to jump up as opposed to down. Actually has 48 different moves. Alrighty. Well, the runner is setting up for Ice Palace Mirror Wrap.
Oh lord. Of course they are.
Dow losing a slight bit of time to Andy there. Ooh, but first try from Dow. Meanwhile, Andy having some issue. That does get its second try.
Whew.
Oh no! And that's
Oh, I have
That's
not
the
seen
run.
that in a long time.
the run. So, why I'm saying it's the run.
That is a.
This is a hard lock.
Hard lock.
And the last time that Andy saved was the last time that Andy saved. I'm laughing at Doom. Was when he went to Link's house after he got the flippers. So, were he to continue, he would have to redo Desert, Mire, and Swamp. So yeah, something like 15 minutes or so.
It's like 13 to 15.
Yeah. It was such a heartbreaker. It was a fantastic race.
Yeah. But this is a volatile category and it happens, and so
Yep.
it's disappointing, but
Yep. I was gonna. You heard Anders with the nerves right there. It's because of that thing right there. That's probably the last like absolutely backbreaking spot in the run where things go wiry.
that's the first time I've seen it in person.
Andy actually had it happen to him in the group stage
Yeah, I remember reading about it. That said, Dao still has to finish, so...
Correct.
I'm having a very nice great stare.
Well, that was a bad time to be playing Mario Kart, right? I don't
Depends.
know.
Were you winning?
I think, is this just the credits? Okay, yeah, so I'm just gonna switch to a one-person view. daotmb still has to finish, so far as
Yes.
I know. So,
Yes.
we can watch the end of that, at least.
Andrews and I will be memeing it up and
Sure, we love memes. We love memes.
Looking at Dao. Dao,
Me?
yeah, Dao on pace with his run for a PB. He's currently sitting at 1:11:56. He's really only he lost a little bit of time in ice to Icebreaker, but he's really only 12 seconds off. I don't know what his BBs were in his PB. Let me look.
I'm not sure.
3. Looks like 3, according to SRC.
I can tell you guys
Delilah.
some fun yeah, this is
Yeah, you
great
switched to
history.
Andy. We need to switch to Dal. There we go. Thank you.
There we are. I can give you some fun facts about Dao while he picks up this Unitasker Ice Rod.
Go for it.
Dao is really good at Tetris 99.
Absolutely.
It stresses me out a lot, but he's very good at it. Dao has a very infectious laugh. Like it's one of those like little chuckles that just makes you smile a little bit, you know?
Dao is possibly the coldest person, coldest temperature-wise you've ever met.
Really?
Do you not remember him? He was at when we were at GDQ, and he was like wearing a
Hoodie the entire
he would never
time.
take the hoodie off, even when it was like 85 degrees outside.
That's because he doesn't have real arms. He's just a robot.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I actually don't remember that because for the majority of the time that Dao was there, I was still recovering from staying up all night from the FF8 run.
Gotcha. You have a story about the couch. I don't know if you want to
I do
share
not.
that story. Okay.
Let's
well,
just say, guys, if you here's a story. This is all I can say. If you are engaged or otherwise taken, do not cuddle with someone you just met on a couch that is being recorded. Especially when specifically me, I am right next to you on the other side of that couch with a busted back, unable to move for 9 hours.
it's still an absolutely hilarious story. I don't really know if there's much more to say to that story. Your summary kind of gave away the main points of it.
I did at one point early on in the run, because it didn't start until very late, because it was right after the Zelda relay that we had, and that was running late because of other things running late. But I do remember around 2 a.m. finding drunk Lanxion in the audience.
Shoutouts to Lanks in the chat. Can we get a Lanks W from our chat folks here?
Meanwhile, Dao having a very run-of-the-mill Turtle Rock.
Yeah, he had some unfortunate issues with trying to get up into TR. So
Once
that
he
first,
it's fine.
yeah, once he's been there, he's been fine. But as far as hunting for a PB, it's not really what you're looking to see. We are going to see Dao, I believe, is a big proponent of the poke dash. So let's take a look. Up. One. Does not go for the second poke.
He's wearing a hoodie right now.
Yeah. I have a feeling that Dao only wears hoodies. He was actually born in a hoodie and he would die.
There was a period of time in which Dao used a camera, and we only got to see a blanket. Like, it was only ever a blanket stream.
That's what I'm saying. He has like the internal body temperature of like, I don't know. I was trying to think of something funny, but I couldn't.
Oh gosh, what the heck? So now we're in a crystal cutscene. So let's see. Coaster, what is your ideal cobbler?
I'm good for a classic peach.
Pretty sure that was my nickname in grad school.
Classic peach.
Yep.
What about you? What's your favorite cob?
I'm actually a big proponent of a good blackberry.
I do love me some blackberries. My grandfather, rest his soul, his family had a dairy farm up in Washington, Battleground, Washington, and we would go there basically every summer, and you'd go out into the forest, and there were all these blackberry bushes, and we'd get fresh blackberries, and it was delish.
Sounds like a plan.
Now, losing a little time in his Turtle Rock split, does have, according to his splits, a good 17 seconds to save in GT, though GT is one of the harder segments to do.
Though GT is a lot about execution, and if there's one thing I've always been impressed about Dao, his execution is really nice.
Excuse me. Had a big old sneeze right there. Anders, are you a fan of the classic ice cream on your cobbler?
Oh, if the cobbler's warm? Yes.
Absolutely.
Like, and I guess you could say that I'm a little bit basic, like, because I really enjoy a good vanilla. Like, a good vanilla ice cream.
Who doesn't like a I'm going to say something controversial. I'm going to say something controversial. Vanilla better than chocolate.
I find too often that some chocolate ice creams get a little chalky. I would rather have a vanilla ice cream with chocolate folded in.
Yeah, a little chocolate, maybe a little chocolate drizzle.
Baby, I'm going to the grocery store after.
I was doing a little Brad Leone hands in the air thing when I said a little chocolate drizzle on top.
I could feel it.
Yeah, I could say Brad Leone, or I could say Apathy Duck's doppelganger.
It is so odd to me that that Duck looks so much like Brad Leone, and he was so upset about it for a very long time, and then everyone's like, no, Brad's like actually like an A+. Like, that's a very good thing.
Meanwhile, Dao doing pretty well in those first two, in this first little upper GT section. Did have a little bit of issues with Mimics 1. Well, that's fine. Our lovely tournament admin, Abaduck, is getting absolutely dragged in chat.
As it should be. See how this gauntlet goes for our good hero, daotmb. So far, so good.
Ooh, with the Zona strats.
Yeah. I mean, I guess... I feel like Dao's the kind who just, like, he absorbed some of Zelda's power when he beat him.
I guess we should talk about it a little bit at the very beginning of the race. Because of the Andy forfeit, we are getting a... As long as Dao finishes this run, he will be the winner, and he will be going on to face Blaine in the winner bracket finals. Meantime, Andy, this is winner's bracket, so Andy is not yet done. He is going to be facing off against the 55 winner of Kaz versus Lee. Which, like Andy's pointed out, going to be going on tonight. Is it going to be on this same channel? Ooh, no, that one's going to be on ZeldaSpeedRuns 1. So go
6 p.m. EDT.
Yep, go ahead and check that bad boy out. Are we going to see a meme hover? Are we going to see, more importantly, are we going to see the memeiest of chest turns?
I hope so.
Oh, I should have said it
What's
earlier
even the
because I
point?
know Dao was listening. So I should have said it earlier so that he would have had it in his head to do it.
So now, Coastler, you're living in the South. Yesterday was National Barbecue Day. What's your ideal barbecue plate?
Always got to be some good barbecue turkey. It's
Really?
It's if a place has good turkey, they're a good barbecue joint. Turkey is the hardest thing to do good on a barbecue grill, smoker, whatever you got. Hardest thing to do. So if they can pull off good turkey, then everything else is going to be excellent.
I didn't expect this. I'm... Yeah, okay.
What you? Well, ideal plate. I guess I should say turkey. Some nice brisket. If I'm going to my favorite place, they on Thursdays they do a nice pastrami to die for. Absolutely to die for. So turkey, pastrami, and then some green beans. And this place also has this carrot souffle. Delicious, absolutely delicious. I'd say a couple slices of thick white bread. What about you, Anders?
No, I mean I'm from the north. Growing up, we did get a chest turn. I'm very happy.
Oh,
happy boy. Growing up in the north, there were people around me who believed that a barbecue was turning on a grill and putting some hot dogs on it. Personally, that's not me. I love a good smoked grilled chicken, some pulled pork.
Ooh, pulled pork, yeah.
Give me a nice jalapeno cheddar cornbread.
Ooh, yeah.
mac and cheese.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm pretty, you know, carb heavy, easy to please. Y'all getting bullied.
Yeah, getting absolutely bullied. A little unfortunate for you, Andrews, because Andy ended up having to
I know.
quit out. We have one less opportunity for the big 15 BB.
Now we are entering Aga Tower. Well,
We've been in Aga Tower.
Exiting
quite a
Aga
bit.
Tower.
Right.
Oh, Lord.
Telling me that I'm not paying attention.
I'm here for the personality, friend.
Look like Dow losing a little bit of time, but he's still, I would say...
Still doing alright.
Yeah, still within range if he gets God RNG of getting a PB. Oh.
Oh, there goes that.
Well, and also no 15 for you. So both of our dreams dashed in the blink of an eye.
I mean, Coaster, you're still welcome to buy me dinner.
It would require a good... How even far is it? 12-hour?
Probably
15-hour drive?
DoorDash is a thing.
I guess that's true. Beaten to the punch there, Duck.
Duck's looking out for me. Duck wants me to, you know, have a nice meal.
Pretty good there from Dow. I think that tied. To meet anything.
I also want that apathy. Unfortunately, just unfortunately, it's not gonna happen probably.
And as Anders always calls out, his DMs are wide open. He's got good health care. He can
I do
cook.
have good health care. I can't cook. Unfortunate, but you know. Saved a little time there.
Yeah, but it's the same BB. Only 14 seconds to save, theoretically, on Ganon. Still a very good run. Oh. Can he save the second phase? I think he's going to be one shot short. Oh, no, he got it.
Attaboy.
You could have gone with Queer for Deer. I guess when deer's dead, you call it venison. So it would have been.
Souffle.
Pension for venison.
Why
Now,
does Doom's
making-
stream so blurry?
For real. I said that already, Asner. Try and keep up. Dow, only with a couple more spins on Ganon.
blows up the pig beautifully. Gonna come out with a nice 112 something 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 something.
Not all of us can be airy and predict immediately. 1:12:19 according to his splits.
And according to SRL, an official SRL time of
1:12:21. Excellent run there from Dow. We're gonna see if we can get him in for comms and for a winner's interview.
Yeah, I'm asking him right now. I haven't heard anything back yet.
Gosh, I hope she's winning Mario Kart.
Yeah, how's the karting going?
I stopped after that because I was like, let's just keep an eye on it. But it looks like he's in here, so I will let you guys interview.
Alrighty, Dow, GG's. Congrats on the victory.
GG Dow.
Oh well.
You're a little quiet.
Oh,
If
am
you
I?
can-
I also just speak quiet, so.
Gotcha. Now I can hear you a little bit better. Yeah.
Take the blanket off your face, Dow. Come on, talk to
Find
us.
that.
A little unfortunate how it went down. It was a very, very exciting race back and forth, and then Andy unfortunately getting the hard lock, which is just dead race over at that point. But as far as your run was going, you had a pretty solid run heading out of Swamp. How do you feel about the first half of your run?
It wasn't good.
It wasn't good?
No, it was like.
Started off with a map.
This is a.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Like. Do some stuff here. It was like 30 seconds behind, kind of where I expect to be coming out of Skull. And I mean, some of that's because I'm not doing citrus. I just don't think it's worth it. It's one of those things where you just like, you pop out once and then you're not saving time, and then you pop out once and you're also thinking you don't remember how to do it anymore. So like,
that makes sense.
so it's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really think anything in this run was particularly good. I was happy with my Myers, like 716 or something, which I know isn't top tier, but always happy with time like that.
Yeah, Myers where you caught up. Well, Meyer and Desert was where you caught up with Andy. Andy went for the Church of Blaine and got bullied a whole lot by the Bombers.
The screen's just so stupid.
And you went for the bomb jump. You could have been basically maybe a second or so behind had you nailed that Fruitless Mire, but it looked like you ended up being a single pixel too low, and so you had to back out and try again. But you gained like half the time there, and then your Mire, Andy failed the sword clip in Herita Swamp a couple times and allowed you to catch up.
Yeah, I mean, all the clips I feel like are just, you kind of pick your poison, whether it's sword clipping or bomb clipping or what have you, or like, it's so easy to press up for 2 frames instead of 1 frame,
right? Or
just make a tiny mistake like that, and then you have to start all the way over, no matter what, and it's just really rough. Yeah, really unfortunate to win that way. I was kind of watching. I play so much better when I am up against somebody.
Yeah.
And when
basically, once Andy hardlocked off ice, I mean, I don't really know based on delays and stuff when you found out, but basically right as he hardlocked, you were having a little issue with
I had just finished
Icebreaker.
Now
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
not good at that clip, but like,
Gotcha.
like getting my ice rod clip wasn't good, and then
Mm-hmm.
my turtle rock clip was really bad. And then GT
Mhm.
was actually surprisingly not that bad. It was like 715, but it felt terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I don't know, 235 Agate Tower. Agate Tower was really bad. I don't know what was going on there.
Yeah, you had some issues with the red spears that didn't really react in the way that I think you expected, and so you couldn't really fire rod the one guy. But yeah. With that, you are on the way to face up against Blaine in the winners bracket finals. Have any thoughts, anticipation?
I picked myself to come this far, and
Mhm.
I have picked myself to make it all the way through. So I guess Boyne's gonna lose sometime
Yeah.
next.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I'm pretty sure you picked yourself to win the whole thing, so I would imagine that you're picking yourself again for this particular matchup.
Yeah, I actually have had me playing Boyne in winners finals here
Ooh.
in my bracket, so we'll see. But yeah,
Mm-hmm. And Andy not here, but with his loss, he's not out. He still has one more match in the losers bracket, so he could come back for a rematch against you if he makes it all the way through losers. But he's going to have to go through the winner of the Casnode v Louis match, which is happening in just a few short hours on Zelda Speedruns, the OG channel. And so yeah, gonna be interesting to see where Andy goes from here. I think I've asked everything that I wanted to ask. Andy, did you have anything that you wanted to ask Dal?
Dal, what's your dream cobbler flavor?
ooh, probably peach.
Yeah, see, classic.
Okay, I don't see
Classic
anything wrong with
peach.
peach.
Scoop, hot scoop of vanilla on top.
Sounds perfect.
Yeah.
Classic peach is definitely a good way to go. That's for sure. So with that, I will help you guys out and get you back to the original OG channel, Zelda Speedruns. And because they're currently doing the Wind Waker Randomizer Grand Finals Game 2 of a best of 5. And you've already covered the, you guys have another bracket match, a losers bracket match in a couple hours. So we will see you then. Thanks so much for watching.
See you.